You're watching Dialed In, Sporting Times video podcasts on stfanclub.com.
Coach Decker.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Dialed In. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Hey, thanks for spending a few minutes with me today.
Glad to do it.
First of all, it was a great idea that you had last week to honor the senior athletes. You lit the fields across the county. That was a great idea, Coach, and just kind of talk a little bit about that.
Well, first of all, I'm not smart enough to come up with that idea in itself, but I was on Twitter Saturday morning and I saw where a school district in Minnesota was doing that, and I thought that sounded like a great idea. So I got on the sent a text message to all the 14th district guys, and within probably 10, 15 minutes, we had it organized. I mean, we were going to do this, no problem. And then I think it was Jonathan Vincent said, well, why don't we get the whole region involved? So I sent an email to all the regional ADs, and probably within 90 minutes had a reply back from every one of those guys. This is a great idea. We're going to do it. And it just kind of took off from there, and it really was a good idea. It worked out great out at our school.
Yeah, and, you know, to introduce you to our listeners who may not know you, which anybody that's from around South Central Kentucky or Kentucky knows that, you know, you were a head baseball coach for many, many years, 16, athletic director, yep. 10 years at South Warren High. And, you know, I got to ask you, Coach, and I met you when you were the head baseball coach at Greenwood High. Mm-hmm. So I refer to you as Coach. I always will. But, you know, you are on the front lines of these student athletes. And being a head coach for so many years in baseball, you know, what has it been like for you knowing that these kids that you know from school and that you have coached aren't playing right now?
Well, you know, I'm going to tell you the same thing every athletic director is telling you, every coach is telling you, that you just feel awful for them, and that's just for lack of better words. I mean, that's all you can say is, you know, the time they put in, the effort they put in, and you know, not many of these guys and girls are actually going to play at the next level, but even the ones that aren't, you know, they put the time and effort. They're missing out on their senior season as well. So it's just not for the guys that are going to the next level. It's for everybody. You know, the coaches, they've got a lot of invested into it, and they're missing out on the hard work that they've put in. But, you know, we haven't given up yet. I appreciate that the KHAA hasn't canceled the season yet. You know, there is some hope.
Yeah.
If we do play, we don't know if we'll play a postseason, or, you know, an idea I've heard thrown around is let's don't have a postseason. That's just, guys, you've got a month to play, you know, 20 games or whatever, you know, get in as many games as you can in a short amount of time, and just so we can do something this spring. But I appreciate them not canceling. Like I said, there is still some hope.
Yeah, and, you know, I guess there's more of an opportunity for the seniors or the teams to get out on the field and play than maybe there is getting everybody in an enclosed classroom with a teacher.
Yeah, that's the good thing about the spring sports. You know, obviously you're outside on all of them, so that definitely helps. I don't know if that's something that they'll take into consideration, but it's definitely, you know, it's definitely an idea that definitely helps with the decision making, we hope.
Yeah, and like I said, hopefully, I think everybody is pulling for something positive to happen, and we'll hold out hope, and we'll see. And you know, I talked to a coach many years ago from Warren Central High that went from coaching like you did to an athletic director like you did, and he said to me, "Man, I wish I was coaching again, because it is a lot easier to coach one sport than it is to be an athletic director."
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. And I can tell you, just, you know, as an example, is when I was at Greenwood, you know, I did football at the middle school, and I helped with Coach Nelson, those guys. And then, of course, did, you know, baseball for 16 years. And busy with those sports, I never went to a track meet until I became the athletic director. I only went to probably one or two softball games at Greenwood, and you know how good Greenwood was at softball during that time.
Right, right.
So, you know, you find yourself rooting, as a coach, you find yourself rooting for the sports that you're coaching. As the athletic director, you hope the tennis team wins as much as what the football team wins, you know.
Right.
And that's what I've enjoyed most about being the athletic director, is that you get to, you've got a team to cheer for year round. And that's what I really like about being a competitor.
But the time invested as an athletic director is incredible, right? I mean, the school hours and then the after hours make for a very long week and weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Just on football Friday nights, I would get to school at 6:30. I get to school about 6:30 every morning anyway. But on a football Friday night, you'll be there from 6:30 in the morning until probably 10:30 Friday night. By the time you get everything locked up, everything put away, that makes for a long day. Some of your other sports aren't quite as bad, but your basketball, your football, kind of just because of the involvement of the spectators and many people are going to be there. Those were a little bit tougher, but you miss a lot of your family's events. I've got an 8-year-old; she's into gymnastics and dance and stuff like that, and I've missed a lot of her things over the last couple of years. But looking forward to being able to catch all those now.
Well, and you say that, and you are officially retiring at the end of this season. Now, is that from everything, Coach? I mean, from school, you're going to retire all the way?
Yes. Yeah, I'm retiring from teaching, athletic director, everything. I can't go back until if something did pop up, a long-term sub or something like that, I can't do anything until after fall break in the middle of October. But, I've got my 27 in and going to let somebody else do it.
So has this, this, I guess these last 2.5 or 3 weeks that we were all put on stop, we all took a break. I mean, did this give you a glimpse of what retirement's like, where you're not, doing something every single day? I know you're a huge baseball fan. I know you love to go to Major League. What do you plan on doing? Obviously, your 8-year-old, you're going to spend a lot of time with her, but, what do you plan on doing in retirement?
Well, you look around, and oddly enough, a lot of my friends are retired teachers and coaches, so they're looking for stuff to do too. But I love to fish, I love to golf, I love to hunt. I'll find something to do, trust me. This is not a true example of being in quarantine right now because I just sit around the house. But once this gets lifted, I'll find some things to do and look forward to it.
Yeah, and I'm sure with all those activities that you like to do, you will find something to do. I can't believe you're retiring. I think we owe you a big party or something. and when this is all over with and everybody's back to normal, we might surprise you with something. But I do want to tell you, Coach, that you have been nothing but gracious to the Sporting Times over the years. From allowing us into the dugout from day one back in 2005. You have always been available, and we really appreciate that. And I'm very excited that you get to go on retirement and do your thing, but we're going to miss you. I can tell you, and I could probably speak for all media, hanging around and being around, but I know you're not going to miss those 18-hour days.
I won't miss those days, but I do appreciate your kind words. Same goes to you. Appreciate what you guys have done to promote just not South Warren, but the entire 4th and 5th region. Appreciate you guys. I know it's a lot of work on your end also, but we do appreciate what all you guys do also.
Well, and I appreciate that. One last question, Coach. Now, have you been doing any Netflix binging?
Well, it's funny you should say that. And my friends at school, I'll tell you, I'm the world's worst when it comes to new stuff. And so right when the quarantine started, my wife got Netflix. So I've been able to watch the Last Chance U. I never did watch any of those, so I've been able to get those. And last night I started Tiger King. So if that tells you anything about my life, that's what I'm doing right now. It's watching Tiger King.
Well, good luck with that show. But anyway, hey, listen, thank you very much, Coach, for spending some time with us. And hopefully we will see you sometime in May.
For sure. Yeah.
On the diamond or softball field.
I appreciate you guys. Thanks.
You're watching Dialed In, Sporting Times video podcasts on stfanclub.com. Watch or listen to Dialed In on stfanclub.com. We want to hear from you. Connect with us on stfanclub.com/dialedin.